emotions and feelings across the entire state of Alabama, which can be felt and in many cases starts blood to boiling because rivalries like this define this great sport. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Auburn Tigers, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So Alabama's offense will have the football first. Auburn left no doubt the last time these two got together, blowing out the Crimson Tide.
Auburn took care of business, handled the moment, handled the rivalry. The mighty Alabama, they did everything they needed to do to get those bragging rights and beat down the Tide.
And it is so big for recruiting. You think about in the SEC just how competitive that is. If Auburn could beat Alabama, their in-state rival, 2 years in a row, there's going to be a lot of high school prospects with their eyes on this game nationally. They're going to want to come to the Plains and get into Jordan-Hare, put on that unit.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. To the ground with the back. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll try to get it through the air. Gonna take a shot. Makes the catch on the left. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Got his man. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. Convert that third down on the slant. Now everybody sort of settles into the game.
Yeah, you do have nerves. I mean, everybody does. Opening drive, you've watched film, and how good are they really? And you get that first down, you throw the quick time.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, they're after him. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Visualizing the right ball flight from 39 yards out in the right half. Right down the boulevard. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So Auburn's offense will have its first possession of the game. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule.
Breaks into the open. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Leaves it with the running back. Made him miss again. Turning on the Jets. Touchdown, Auburn. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with that thrilling 46-yard run to pay dirt. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes that Alabama offense. A little bit of feeling each other out there, down 7-3 as they open this drive. They'll try the run. Shakes off the defender. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Really good-looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all...
Grabs it inside the 10. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll move the wide receiver. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. The QB runs in for 6.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. We've had some early scores. They get the ball back, trailing by a field goal 10-7.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They get him on the ground at the 36 after a pickup of 5. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now from the 36-yard line, it's first and 10. Zings it complete to the right. Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Got it on the outside. It's Harper. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's second and 7. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. From the gun. Give on the inside. Got enough space. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Auburn. not sure anyone even breathed on that running back by the time he got into the end zone.
Nah, so many blockers out in front. Where are the defenders? And it's a good idea. You know, the guy with the ball, that's usually the guy we want to go tackle. Go get him.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Looks like a penalty on the kickoff as the ball goes out of bounds. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Caught in the backfield, it's Peace. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
So it's 3rd and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Right on the money. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They'll leave it with him. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They've got a first down here to open the period. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly to the flat in the wide receiver screen. Still on his feet at the 45. Ripped off a huge shunt play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. This offense always looking for those big explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. Leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Harper. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Coaches always tell their quarterbacks, you can't go broke taking a profit. You can't always hit posts and bombs deep down the field. If the coverage takes away throws downfield, just take what's underneath and let your receiver advance the football.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
That's a great job executing up front by the defense. They looked like they were ready for that play, and that was a bit of a more unconventional look from the offense on 3rd down, but the defense was there to make a big stop.
They're in makeable field goal range, but on 4th down with this deficit, they'll leave the offense on the field. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. And it just turns out to be a missed missed opportunity. You get the ball in the red zone, and you turn it over.
Momentum, it plays a big role for teams and especially for offenses. And when you have chances like that, when you're down in this area of the field, you've got to be able to come away with points. Even if it's not going to be a touchdown, you are not leaving this area of the field without putting at least 3 up on the board. Missed opportunity for the other.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. The evolution of the Alabama offense has always been built around what does the quarterback do best, and this guy's doing a lot of things well.
And we've seen some sensational ones. And to your point,
Turning it on! Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tide with the 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's Ace. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
and those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They've got it inside. 30, they'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
And that RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback D going the other direction.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. It's pretty clear he didn't care about the double coverage. He thought his guy was better than their two guys.
Well, and there's reason to think that. That dude's a stud, and I understand it. I want to find ways to get him the football, but when it's 2-on-1, I might think about looking somewhere else.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Alabama trying to convert this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown time.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Florida has the lead right now, but those Gator chumps haven't come easy. They're in a tight one. They're up by 10 over Florida State. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Power football with the run. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. These two rivals first played in 1893, but there was nearly a half-century, guys, when they didn't play each other because they got in a fight over, among other things, gate receipts.
Yeah, listen, I've been lucky enough to broadcast this game before, and I'll I'll never forget being at Bryant-Denny Stadium and just feeling the energy. It was just completely different versus anything I'd ever seen in college football before. David, there's a different meaning to this game for both of these schools in the state.
Yeah, and it's just different because I think being in the state, like fans are around each other all year long. Players are around each other all year long. You know, the Iron Bowl is a civil war of hate between each other all year long, and they get to settle it on a big stage every year.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Tigers have this offense rolling. Leaves it with the back. Sweet cut there. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Caught close to the marker. It's Harper. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. The Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. It's a draw. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Keeps looking downfield. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Fires into the end zone. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about.
Offside. Defense.
Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern.
There he goes! And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Alabama pushing the tempo. Looking to throw on 1st down. Great style points on that catch, but they didn't pick up any yardage. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The play action fake. Sends it downfield. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. Guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bama!
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ballgame. That was a late game situation. Nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Harper. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Harper. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. Brought down at the 31. It is a 1st down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Offense changing the play. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. Smashes it between the uprights. And we've got a deadlock here in the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, in a rivalry filled with magical moments, even more here today between the Tigers and Tide. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Alabama and Auburn plays out.
So here comes the Auburn offense. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
And after a successful run like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back.
Breaks into the open. Got enough for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. On the move at the 30. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Off the play fake on first down. Buys a little time. Got out of trouble and throws. Fires it incomplete. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. And now they regain the lead. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Off play action on first down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
What a great play by one of their biggest playmakers in the D-line. I can say this personally. I got my first start in college at Jordan-Hare Stadium. It was brutal. I think about it and I get PTSD to this day. When you get those types of athletes in a three-point stance rushing the quarterback with that crowd noise and your offensive tackles can't hear the snap count, it's not a lot of fun.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Leaves it with the back. Runs through a tackle. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Punts it out of the air. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. That last catch puts him over 150 yards receiving on the day.
Reese, this defense has no answer for this guy. And it doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's run or who's been covering him. They just can't stop him.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
Looking to throw on first down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
What a great play on defense there. It was virtually unblockable. He reminds me of Nick Fairley, probably the most dominant Auburn Tiger defender that I can remember. He was simply unblockable. You could single team him, double team him up front. He was playing D-tackle, and offenses just didn't have an answer for him. This guy right here, there's times where he flashes a little bit of that Nick Fairley ability.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Under fire. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting.
The high crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted, just what the defense's doctor ordered. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34. Great place to start for this offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires to the wideout. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football. And they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Finds a little space. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. The give to the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offside, defense.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Illegal blocking back.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Line gets set, first down. The give to the back. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Pulls it in, it's Coates. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up. Down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tigers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking downfield on first down. Got a man. It's Lamb. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. So we open the final period with a third down play. He's going to look for a man on third and short. Quickly complete. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29. Fast completion moves the sticks in, and let's see if they try it again. Turning it on. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. He's got it and still on his feet. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
And on that out route third down, guys, you just want to see a little bit better execution. You want to see more depth on the route. You want to see a little bit more of an accurate throw so he doesn't have to come back and fight for it, so that we can pick up the first down a lot easier. A little bit better by the quarterback and receiver, and as a result,
He's got it. First down and more. Touchdown, Tigers. And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
Defense has got to do a better job of corralling this wide receiver. They've got to know where he lines up each and every play, and then once he has the ball... They have to play with a sense of urgency and get hats to the football. He's just way too dangerous in the open field.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes that Alabama offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
Yeah, and listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The pull and throw off the RPO. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's caught. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Alabama quickly back to the line.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Wants to throw again. With the catch, it's Lavelle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Line getting set on second down. Back to pass. Lets it fly. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this third and short. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield. It's Lavelle. There he goes. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush. Hit him with the screen and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Running back searching for a hole. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Pressure coming. Touchdown, Alabama! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Extra point here will tie the game.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down. And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He'll try to do it himself. He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work. Offense gets set for 2nd down. On the ground, it's Pryor. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
And the Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. The give to the tailback. Running like he wants that football as he gets to the 37.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Handoff from the gun. Finding an escape route. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
Well, it's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. From the gun, running back gets the give. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
And that's luxury for this offense to be in right now. They don't have to be in so much of a hurry. They can still run the football, be successful. Great chance right here knocking on the door to take the lead.
They'll go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. And it is good. Splits the uprights on the chip shot. Since 1893, this game has meant more to the fans in the state of Alabama than any other sporting event, and the toilet paper will fly at Toomer's Corner. The Eagles will fly, and it is an orange and blue game as Auburn takes down the Tide in the Iron Bowl. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.